I kind of watched an example of something that I guess I'm going to bring up.
Okay, so this is technically a rewatch?
I think technically yes.
Okay, so I should have prefaced this by, John, do you have a rewatch that you'd like to share with us?
That's your choice. I don't need that.
Okay.
So I watched The Choice. It's a romantic, not comedy, romantic comedy maybe, I don't know. So it's from 2016, but perhaps more importantly, it's a Nicholas Sparks movie.
Oh my, okay.
So, it's funny. There are movies that you think are Nicholas Sparks movies, or, for someone like myself who conflates some of these genres and destinations, they're not all Nicholas Sparks movies.
That is true.
This is one. Now, there are multiple that I do like a lot. This one, I don't know if I can say that I have a favorite.
Well, first, it makes me want to know what Nicholas Sparks movies are you referring to that you would consider on your favorite list?
Well, this is tough. I don't know if I should say all these things because I haven't seen...
You definitely should.
I haven't seen a bunch of them.
Well, I think you can pick from the ones that you know and enjoy. Because honestly, I can't even remember which movies are Nicholas Sparks movies, so I need you to remind me.
Yeah, so it goes Message in a Bottle.
Okay.
Kevin Costner. A Walk to Remember, so Mandy Moore.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The Notebook. I mean, I guess we know what that is. Nights in Rodanthe.
What's that one?
That's Richard Gere, and the woman was Diane Lane.
Okay.
Dear John.
Mm-hmm.
Then The Last Song. Then The Lucky One, which that's not the first one I've seen, but I haven't seen a bunch of those earlier ones.
This is a quite extensive list. So you have not seen all of these?
Not seen all of the earlier ones, but The Lucky One I think is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Safe Haven, which I like a lot. I think that's very good. Then we have The Best of Me, The Longest Ride, which is also pretty good, and then The Choice.
Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot more Nicholas Sparks movies than I realized.
There seems like there should be more, but apparently there's not. There's like 4 more that are upcoming. There hasn't been one since 2016. It's kind of crazy.
4 more? Yeah. Wow, he's...
Always based off his books, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got a lot of books, so...
Yeah. So this one is, these neighbors that seemed like they really rubbed each other the wrong way and would never get together.
I mean, that's what it seemed like, but...
Yeah. Then it turns out, they're dogs who also, could have been problematic. Then it turns out that was not a problem. And then he's
Oh my God, I think I listened to this book.
Was he a vet? And he worked at his dad's veterinarian office?
I think so. I think I listened to this book. I mean, I'm not going to be mean about it, but it might have been the last Nicholas Sparks book that I listened to.
That's outrageous. You should see the movie because it's very fun.
No, okay.
So anyway, then they get together. But then also, and look, I mean, not all of these have kind of a huge problem or like whatever.
Obstacle or whatever to the relationship.
A lot of them kind of do. They're always obviously a little bit different. But in this one, this lady who that at this point, we've now skipped ahead. They've gotten married. They have kids. And then she has a terrible accident and is in a coma or whatever, unconscious, I don't know, something. And then he has to decide about whether he's going to resuscitate or, not resuscitate her, but let her, they've reached the 90 days of you got to take her off life support.
Whew, okay.
But then magic happens and she's fine. So that works out pretty good.
That's handy that magic happens.
Yeah. Then she's totally fine, remembers everything. They don't do a long rehab thing. She walks around and everything's great.
What was the choice? Whether or not he was going to pull the plug?
I believe
or
the choice was whether he was going to rebuild the tranny in Gertrude or buy a Prius. Oh, wait a minute. That was a joke. No, the choice was whether he was going to turn off life support or not.
Ooh. And then luckily, magic. So it worked out.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So that's been, it goes back and forth on different streaming platforms. I actually crossed over, even though it was like the first of the month and then the second of the month, it somehow went off one streaming onto another, which was very unhelpful. But apparently right now it's on Hoopla, which you can get from your library.
I love when things are available on Hoopla. It's Hoopla and Canopy. They have 2 streaming services, and I've watched things.
I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They have a very extensive library, even surprisingly newer things.
Canopy, I watched Past Lives there.
Past Lives, yep. Mm-hmm. On Hoopla or Canopy, it might be interchangeable.
I'm saying Hoopla. You can say Canopy however much you would like.
I like to say Canopy because I did watch something recently on Canopy. And
Question for those type of streaming is a library card. I mean, what's your membership?
yeah, it's if you have a library card, you then go to their website and you log on and you put your library card in. And for Canopy, there's an interesting thing where you get a certain amount of tickets that you can use per month. So they kind of try and control how many you have checked out or are viewable.
That's very
at a certain
cool.
time. It's
Okay.
very, yeah. And they do have like newer things and surprising old things. What I was going to say about Canopy is that they send me an email that I, enjoy seeing. I don't usually go and watch any of this, but it's like, what you should watch this weekend on Canopy. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I love
You've
it.
got some cool stuff. But then I usually don't watch it. So I have other things going on. But thanks, Canopy, for the thoughts.
Okay, that was what I watched.
Well, that's great.